Well, a very good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are coming from. We finally made it to a Sail Talk Saturday.
It has been a couple of weeks since we've had strong enough service to come to you live. First and foremost, so of course, because we are on a ship right now, we are on the beautiful Norwegian Aqua. I am going to do an audio test or audio check. For those of you who are already on, and I see about a dozen of you, if one of you or two of you could let us know how our audio is, that would be super helpful.
Yes.
Okay.
So, first and foremost, we do have a couple of people that have already dropped in. But before we get to those comments, I want to share this amazing view that we have right now. I'm just gonna put it out there because this is a cool spot that we are at. We are right at the bow of not Norwegian Aqua, but we're at the bow of the Disney Treasure. The Disney Treasure is sitting right here. And then you can see the poor marred funnel of the Carnival Freedom. And then way over here is Adventure of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. Also docked with us today in the beautiful port of Port Canaveral, Orlando, we also have the Mardi Gras, Carnival's beautiful ship. So everything is a busy day here in the port of Port Canaveral. It's a gorgeous day, actually.
I mean, it's overcast, which helps a ton, and so that is nice. But yes, the Disney ship right here. I mean, like you could throw. Please don't throw something, but you could throw something and hit the bow of that ship. I'll stick you right here on this table. Ew. Yeah. And yeah, you would recognize that Carnival funnel anywhere you go. Wow. So we made it on board in pretty much record time. I mean, we did have to wait a little bit in the terminal because they hadn't started boarding yet. But once boarding started, it was super smooth, super slick. We did not come into the atrium like before.
No.
Did you notice that?
I did. So they actually did split deck embark onto the ship, which was really interesting the way that it was set up. We came in on deck 7 instead of 6, which is where we boarded Prima. And where we boarded the ship was right outside on Prima, where it would be the Improv. But on Aqua, they've moved some of the stores there. So it was, we already walked on the ship and we were like, oh, this is brand new.
This is a change. This is already one of the differences.
Yeah.
So they don't have anyone boarding into the atrium because that's now the casino.
Right.
I tweeted out a little bit ago that indeed we saw it on the deck plans and we're like, how in the world could the casino possibly be in the atrium?
Right.
Well, Norwegian found a way. And so there are definitely table games and other casino games there in the atrium, which is really cool. So you don't board in that space anymore because you'd be boarding into the casino.
Which is not a good look.
I also saw boarding happening where we exited the ship, where we debarked the Prima. So back by what would have been Belvedere Bar.
Oh, I haven't been over there yet.
Back what would have been there. That is now obviously the whiskey bar. They moved Belvedere. They swapped Belvedere Bar from the inside of the ship and they moved it down. They moved the whiskey bar in the back.
Yes.
The wine bar.
Oh, you made it to Swirl.
I did make it to Swirl.
He went out and explored while I was waiting in line for a reservation.
If I connect to this, can I share a video with them, or how does that work? I don't know how these things work.
I don't know.
We'll share videos with you. We'll share videos with you very soon. The ship, very similar to Prima. She's beautiful.
I feel at home.
Lots of rich finishes. We're here in Los Lobos right now. One of my favorite spaces because it's just, I mean, these booths.
So cool.
If you want to eat, it's just so cool. I love that bright pink color.
Yeah.
It's usually a pink guy, but
no, it's very pop against the dark gray and the blues.
It's very, very Barbie. It's very Barbie.
Very Barbie.
Yes. Don't you? I mean, I could see this in Barbie's castle.
Playhouse? She's a playhouse.
Barbie's Cinderella castle? Yes. Okay, so
Cinderella castle is Disney, weirdo.
Who is here?
All right, Eric Maxey is here. He said, hi, I'm Mark and Rocky, everyone. 21 days until his sailing on the Aqua. Is it as beautiful as it looks in the videos? Yeah. There's...
Yeah.
Yes.
She's beautiful. She is very... If you've watched any of the videos on Prima, it's the same. It's the same ship. There are some interesting changes.
Yeah.
There are, like, entrances are changed. Like the entrance to Onda by Scarpetta is now at an angle.
Yeah.
They've moved some shops around, which we talked about. So go watch this video here.
Do that.
Where we talk about the 40 differences between Prima and Aqua.
Yes.
We walk through step by step.
Right.
And so we're going to capture those 40 differences live while we're on the ship and share some of those again.
That'll be fun.
Along with a tour and
of
course,
definite changes to the layout of Indulged Food Hall. And oh my gosh, the local, it's so weird how they moved everything around. The restrooms are in a weird spot and they're really close to another set of restrooms. I don't really understand why they did some of that.
We talked about that in the video when we first did the preview of the ship, and we're like, that seems odd that you moved any restrooms from the aft of the ship all the way to the mid of the ship, and odd.
Very odd.
And you experienced it, was that? Let's talk about Indulged Food Hall though for a minute.
Okay.
You said it's different.
It is. There's Wait, where am I going?
I
There
don't
we
know
go.
where you're going.
Okay, I got it. There we go. So Indulge, they have removed Starbucks, which we had heard they did to Viva as well.
Yep.
And in its spot, they actually separated the tacos and the tapas restaurants, which were two that sat across from each other, food truck style. And they moved the tapas place out to where Starbucks sat on Prima.
Opens that space up so much more. One, with the Starbucks gone, opens that space up more.
Yeah.
And two, with those two food trucks facing each other and people trying to navigate between them, opens that space up so much more. Like, it just feels, I don't know that it's bigger, but it definitely feels bigger.
Yeah.
They were super smart with how they've changed the tables as well. They put more tables and more counter space. Now, the counters, I did discover today, you are still locked down to only ordering at that restaurant. So if you watched our full review of the Prima, that's just a silly change. Norwegian Cruise Line, if you're watching this right now, please change that.
Yeah.
Allow me to order food from whatever restaurant, wherever I'm sitting in that food hall.
Right.
But I shouldn't say that. We didn't find a spot. We didn't have an issue finding a spot, but there were people that were sitting down at dirty tables.
Yeah, they weren't busting the tables as fast as they should be. Now, some of it could be that the crew is helping with the onboarding of passengers and delivering luggage to staterooms and that sort of thing. So it really thins out the crew across different venues on the ship, which is a bummer.
So the table next to us, they said, "Can someone please clean this table off?" Because they were delivering their food already to, and he was like, "I don't want to set my food on all of this old sticky food and tables and silverware."
To be fair, the crew didn't know that that wasn't their dishes, right? Because they had been sitting there for 15 minutes waiting for it to be cleared.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Yeah, and then we eventually got our food. 40 minutes. It was about 40 minutes.
Our first delivery was good.
Was
the
fast.
second delivery. Was, whoa.
We thought we almost replaced the order again, which would have been bad news because it did eventually arrive.
Yeah. Did you realize they had heaters out here?
Yes. Sorry. Yes. It was all good. What did you have? You ate at Planetary.
I did. I ate at Planetary. I got the Mediterranean. No, it was the
Southwest Bowl.
Southwest Bowl, and wow, was that good?
It was really good. I even enjoyed that.
And it's vegan.
It's vegan. Hey,
I saw that we have a vegan friend online.
Do we really? Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Let me see if I can find
yes, you did have a vegan lunch today.
There he is.
Hey.
We'll call out the vegans when we see them.
And I had the Hawaiian bowl. Which
was not a winner.
Honestly, it's going to be similar to Meatball Gate from Carnival. I took a bite of that thing and I was like, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, we're really positive in what we say on the channel, but this Rocky tried to bite. So they had a ginger dressing with a
peanut sauce.
No, a peanut sauce. Well, that's not what it says it's supposed to be. It's a ginger dressing with a what's on the gyro? What's on a gyro? The yogurt sauce on a gyro.
Oh, tzatziki.
It says it's a ginger tzatziki.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was definitely not. It was ginger and peanut, and they just.
Yeah, it's not a good meeting.
Okay, so let's see who all is
here. On the screen real quick. Blake called out the Meatball Gate. Oh, maybe not.
I don't know what you're doing.
There we go.
Hashtag Meatball Gate.
Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks.
Don't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Yeah. Got it. Blake is here, by the way, as he mentioned already. Happy Sail Talk Saturday, everyone. I hope you're all having a great weekend so far. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and help the channel. Thank you so much, Blake. We always appreciate you being here.
We appreciate it.
Gene is here. Gene, you're getting ready to set sail on Luminosa to Alaska.
Speaking of Luminosa, I made the joke. I was like, look, we're in port with the Luminosa today.
There it is.
Not actually the Luminosa.
No, that is the Carnival Freedom.
But it looks like
fire number 2.
It looks like the Luminosa with her burnt out funnel.
Sad.
Sorry, Carnival. We love you. We love you, Freedom.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that our audio is good. Appreciate it, gents. Helen said, hello, guys. Looks like you're having a great time. It's all right. I'm kidding. This is a great ship. We loved the Prima, and if you watched our full review, you may have heard the word transformative used several times across that video. And that still holds true. I'm really excited to check out some of the other new spaces on board, like the Aqua slide coaster.
Oh, the Aqua
water slide coaster.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Speaking of, why don't they call it the Aqua slide coaster? It's the water slide coaster.
That's stupid. I've already visited the new Improv. It's much bigger.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's a much better layout. Instead of a long hallway type room, it's now horizontal.
Okay.
It's now
it's wider.
Yeah. It's like this. What am I saying? Not long, but
it's wide.
Wide. Yeah, there we go. That's That's it. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
I haven't had a drink yet either.
I haven't. I did. So there was only one dish that I didn't love. The chili was amazing, as it always is on a Norwegian cruise ship. I love their chili.
Yes.
The Dan Dan noodles were okay. I guess. I mean, yeah.
You said otherwise.
There were several things that I didn't love at lunch today, but overall it was good. I enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy, however, and this is a tip that we tell all of y'all: when you board your Norwegian cruise ship, you go right away and you make your restaurant reservations.
Yeah.
I did not like that process on this ship. So unfortunately, no restaurant reservations were available in the app. You could not book restaurant reservations in the app. I don't know.
Sukhothai.
No, I booked that pre-cruise. No restaurant reservations are available in the app. Please don't put those up there. Okay. As a result, every single person who has more at sea and restaurant reservations,
which is pretty much everyone,
was in the theater trying to book. And so that was an hour and 15-minute process to get one restaurant reservation, and we have to change it.
Because I wasn't there.
Yeah, Rocky was like, "You can handle this," and so I handle it. He's like, "Anything tonight or tomorrow night?" So I booked it. I said, "Oh, I got it tonight." He's like, I didn't want that time.
Oh well, let's not say it was just me that made that decision. Thank you. That was a both of us decision that we originally had talked about and kind of forgot. A lot of stuff heat in the moment. It happens.
So that pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
It did. It was a little frustrating, but we will make it work. We will sail on. We will have a good time. All is going to be well.
And we'll change our dinner reservation that I waited in line an hour and 15 minutes for.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
There was no line down there now.
Of course not.
So note to self: go the first day, but wait until the initial
45, 2 o'clock.
Wait until that initial crowd goes down. Yep.
Blake, thank you so much for the reminder. We are 120 days out from our group cruise on board Margaritaville at Sea Islander.
Is it literally 120 days?
I'm going to trust Blake on this one. I can't fact check him. So
that's amazing. That's 4 months.
That's 4 months.
Actually, that makes sense because final payment is due today. Yes.
Yep.
So if you're going on a group cruise and you haven't made your final payment,
maybe don't do that.
Now's the time.
Now is the time. And if you haven't reached out about going on said group cruise, now is the time. Now is the time. Let me give you my contact details. They're right there on the screen. Need a travel agent? Just send me an email, rocky@bizcruiselife.com.
Put this up instead because that's more appropriate. I talk about the group cruise. I mean, I tell you, y'all. So who else is here?
FWB, good afternoon. I'm super excited to watch you guys. Thank you, FWB.
Hi, thanks for being here.
Daniel, we already said hello to you, but we're going to say hi again.
I will warn you, there is a speaker right here. So when they come on to say bing, 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 go to do your muster, it might be a little loud. I'm just warning you.
It's not the first time they've heard that from us before.
That's true.
Right? Connie is here. She said she is on a road trip, so she's going to be a silent listener. We love it.
Stay safe out there. Stay safe.
Remember, this is also broadcast as a podcast, so you can also watch us or listen to us. Not watch.
Listen or watch.
Listen or watch.
Yep.
We'll give you both options.
Yep.
Good morning to you, Barbara. She finally caught live. That was the beautiful thing about doing a little bit later today. We wanted to make sure we were on the ship and got situated and everything taken care of before we went live. So that's why it's a little later today.
And next weekend it'll probably be a little later. We'll probably be in a car as we do this live next weekend, maybe. Yeah,
we could.
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
Well, I guess we could. We'll be back in Orlando by the time if he picks us up at 10:45.
That's true.
We'll be back.
We'll be club.
We'll see it. Are we going to there? Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll be back with you next Saturday.
We have some conversations to have.
We'll be back. Got a week Saturday too. Yeah, we got a week.
Let's see here. Vince from Las Vegas is here. He said, "Hey gents, hey Vince, how's it going? It is a great spot.
It is a great spot. There's Adventure of the Seas over there.
I said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, great.
There's Meatball Gate from Blake. Number Shift is happy to hear about the vegan options. Yeah, Plantery offers all vegan options, which is fantastic.
Not all vegan.
Because you can make any of those dishes vegan.
I mean, except for the cream in the dressing.
My dressing was a vegan ranch.
What?
Yeah, it said that.
How in the vegan world did they do that?
Don't know, but they did.
It was tasty.
It was very tasty.
I would have sworn there was non-vegan in there.
Fast Travels! Yes! Fast Travels, good to see you here. Do the ship spaces feel super crowded? Well, embarkation day is never a good day of judgment of how a ship feels.
But I have not. The only time I felt like there were a lot of people was in that theater. I mean, and that theater was jam packed, and the entire hallway to get into the theater was jam packed. Like that was the only time where I felt like it's crowded.
Yeah.
Even in Indulge, I didn't feel super crowded. Kind of getting out as people were trying to move their carry-on bags. It got a little tight.
The challenge right now with embarkation day, even if the spaces are spacious and big, you have people with their backpacks on, and their backpacks stick out a mile, and they have their suitcases, and they carry their suitcase to their side instead of directly in front or behind them.
True.
It makes it for a challenge. So I will say, yes, the ship does feel crowded on interior spaces. Right now, this walkway that we're up against, I mean,
oh gosh,
a little tilt there. There's no one here. It's super quiet.
Yeah, I mean, even, or if you just do this, look this way.
People aren't really laying out by the pool right now. That's what you're looking at right now.
No one outside right now.
No.
I mean, it's great.
It's gorgeous.
It's great. So no, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it was tight. I mean, again, when we were leaving the Indulge Food Hall, that was really the only time, and the theater. Those were the two spots that felt tight. But otherwise, that atrium, they've removed the shops. They've moved the shops where the improv was on the Prima class.
Yep.
And so that opens up a ton of space. The Starbucks has kind of moved back. And so that opens up more space.
Yep.
Definitely.
They've made some good improvements. I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far on the Aqua.
And remember, it's also 10% bigger. So there's a little bit more space that's built in throughout in general.
Right. That's valid. Gene, old, odd, ugly ship Luminosa should be scrapped. No.
Trying to start positive.
No.
So our friends Brian and Christopher, who we stayed with, thank you to Two Idiots One Ship. We just stayed with them the last day and a half. They love the Luminosa.
Yeah.
They absolutely, it's one of their favorite ships. So what I always say on this channel is there is a cruise ship and a cruise line for everyone. I absolutely believe that. I think the Prima ships are kind of for me. I really like these ships.
They're great.
I mean, they're gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I really want mom and dad to get on one of these. I think they would really like the ship. It's smaller.
Yeah.
So what I love about it is it's not, it doesn't have 22 decks on it. Like the ships.
Well, it does have quite a few though.
Does it?
I mean, the buffet is on deck 17.
Okay. Well, Carnival has 17 decks on most of their ships. So I mean, but those don't feel big.
That one only has 12.
That is not true. Serenity goes 14. Up to 15.
Oh, was it 15 on the Conquest class?
So I mean, two more decks than the old, ships from 20 years ago.
Friends from the terminal.
Oh, that's fantastic. So I love the ship. It doesn't feel like if I forget something in the stateroom, I feel like I can go back and get it, and I don't have to be like, well, I'll see it. I'll never see it again. It's been 84 years since I've seen my sunscreen. I love that I can just go back and get it. And the food, to access food, which is my favorite. It's super easy.
Well, and you have the local, which is 24/7, which is fantastic.
Tonight we are going to, we'll see, to Le Bistro, which is the French spot on board. So I will get my French filet.
So we did not do Le Bistro on Prima.
We did not, correct.
Which is why we decided to do Le Bistro here.
Yep.
We have 3 specialties because we had free at sea when we booked the sailing. So we are using one of them for Sukhothai because it's brand new to Norwegian and we had to try it, and we love Thai food.
We had free at sea, and under free at sea, you were able to buy several additional. We didn't get 3.
Well, no, because we bought the extra.
We bought additional restaurants ahead of time.
So we have 3 dinings that we're going to enjoy. Like I was saying, Sukhothai, we're really excited to check that out. It's brand new to the fleet, brand new to Norwegian. We love Thai food.
Yeah.
Really excited to see that. Now, it does take one of Mark's favorite restaurants out of the ship, and that was
Food Republic.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're going to go to Nama Sushi and Sashimi. I've never been to Nama before. And so it's actually a perfect opportunity to get to check out a new restaurant on board a Norwegian cruise ship.
And yet another sushi restaurant. And we just had the most amazing sushi at sea.
I put it out there. I said it on the Facebook group in my review, and I'll put it in the full video, but best sushi at sea. I said what I said. Best sushi at sea on Margaritaville at sea. I mean, the Paradise new sushi restaurant was absolutely out of this world. The best sushi I've ever had.
It was great.
On a ship.
Great.
Maybe the best sushi I've ever had, period. I mean, it was amazing. That tuna okay, but that's not what we're
That's not what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, we can talk a little bit about Margaritaville at sea, because that was a ton of fun, y'all. Oh my gosh. We had so much fun on the Paradise last week. 3 days ago.
It was more than that. We got off the ship on Monday.
4 days ago, yeah. We loved that 4 days ago. We're back. Now we're in Orlando. We went from Tampa, we went from West Palm to Phoenix,
to home to Orlando.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Port Canaveral.
We did laundry. we slept, and we got on a plane. And I cuddled with Hero. I cuddled with Hero for 2. Yes. Okay.
I'll move that just a little bit so I'm a little more in frame. There we go.
And we didn't do Cagney's. We chose not to do Cagney's because next week when we go on Norwegian,
it's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks when we go on the Norwegian Joy, we're going to be doing Cagney's with Rocky's parents.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to. We're like, let's space it out and try. Like, they won't go to sushi on the Joy.
No.
So we're like, let's do sushi.
Yeah. We'll do Le Bistro likely on Joy, but that's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it for both.
I don't mind. Le
Bistro.
I like Le Bistro.
All right, coming back here, we've got Isomiwa said, I am thinking of taking my first cruise. They are in NOLA and they want a trip from there. Not a big party person, likes shows, movies, relaxation. Which cruise line should they try besides not Margaritaville? Well, Margaritaville doesn't start in New Orleans, so you don't have to worry about that. Correct. My recommendation actually would be to get on the Norwegian Escape, which is going to be home based out of New Orleans.
Starting when?
Soon, because that was one of the cruises that we were invited from some friends that we met on the Sky to
They wanted to go on the Escape, or they're going on the Escape.
Yeah, it's the end of this year, actually.
Okay.
Because we're going to be on Jade when they are on Escape. So it would be starting in November at the latest, if not sooner.
And Escape is a
Breakaway Plus class
Breakaway Plus, so it's like the Encore, or it's like the Bliss.
Joy,
yeah,
those
so it's a nice ship. It's a nice size ship. Which I'm excited that New Orleans is getting a new ship, because right now they've got Liberty, Carnival Liberty.
Yep.
That's there. Fine.
Yeah.
It was a dirty ship. That was the dirtiest ship we've sailed on, right? Yeah. That was the Liberty.
Yeah.
It was the dirtiest ship we've sailed on, which, I mean, kind of fit the New Orleans vibe. Kidding. I love NOLA.
And then they also have the Carnival Valor. Which does the shorter sailings.
They also have Royal Caribbean there. I don't remember which ship.
I don't remember either. They move their ships around a lot.
And then Norwegian. So Norwegian Escape.
Yep.
I 10 out of 10 recommend sailing on New Orleans. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Great port. And you already live there, so it makes it easier for you. But yeah, there you go. No reservations in the app sounds like World America.
It sure does.
Doesn't it?
It sure does. Yeah. And again, that will be fixed. It's a brand new ship, and so I think they have to hard code. I think they literally have to hard code in all of their systems.
I don't know what they were doing for the last several months.
I don't.
But you know what? That's not our responsibility.
It's fine.
It is.
It did, but as I mentioned, it did mean the entire ship was making reservations. Now, what they did do that I am happy about, and I'm impressed by Norwegian, is they actually added a second satellite reservations location. Unfortunately, they didn't announce either of them to anyone, which was bizarre.
It was super strange.
And so someone came up to us and said, "Oh, it took 30 minutes for us to get reservation. We waited in line 30 minutes. We waited
at the comedy club at Improv."
Yeah.
So now you know. Now getting onto Aqua, you can go to the theater, the Aqua Theater, and what do they call it?
My hope.
Whatever it is. No, Aqua Theater and Show Lounge or something like that.
My hope is that you'll have reservations in the app by the time you are here on the show.
That would make it easy.
And if you don't, go at 1:45. Don't go right away, because that's what our mistake was.
Yeah, I think so too. Hi, Kimberly. Happy Saturday to you as well. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Kimberly. Welcome aboard. Hello. Oh.
Hi.
Word. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love this cruise life of ours. I really do.
There's a little lag. Helen wants to know if they have any meatballs. Onda
had meatballs?
Yeah. We tried it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't remember the meatballs.
Yeah, it was an app.
Okay. We've not found any yet this trip, so we will keep an eye out. We did try them on MSC World America. Oh, they had the best meatballs ever on board Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. Oh, JWB Prime Steakhouse, those Wagyu meatballs, amazing.
Those are great. Mom and Dad want to know how the weather is.
Can I just, before we answer that, I love that y'all know how much we love food. Because we love food.
Especially meatballs. Because Meatballgate. Do I need to go back up to it?
No, you're good.
I got it. It's right there. It's
okay, fantastic. We just love food. And so that was the first place we went, was to indulge, and we tried 6 different things.
And we indulged.
I didn't get 6 different things. Only 3 things showed up, but that's fine. I didn't need all of that food. Weather is beautiful. There's a little breeze. Well, we're in Florida.
I know, but it's humid.
It's always humid here. There's a little bit of humidity.
It's kind of overcast,
which I love.
Which for me, it's the in between of needing sunglasses and not.
Oh, I have to. I mean, it is so. So my angle right here, that the sun reflects directly off of the Disney
Treasure.
That ship, yes.
Treasure.
Where does it say Disney Treasure anywhere?
It's actually embossed way down there. but it's because it's embossed, you can't read it.
Really poor I mean, like, why doesn't it say treasure like somewhere else? Anyway.
You have to know that Minnie Mouse on the bow of the ship is the Disney treasure.
Oh, that's Minnie? That looks like Mickey. No. It's 2025. We don't know.
She has eyelashes. Mickey Mouse doesn't have eyelashes.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm helping. I'm trying to help. All right. So with all the research you did prior to being on the Aqua, what's been the biggest surprise so far? The restrooms for local and Indulge Food Hall would be my biggest surprise so far.
We knew about that.
I know,
we
but
told them about
it's
that.
so weird. I was hoping that there was going to be something more close to the Indulge Food Hall because that's a lot of food, a lot of people eating there.
Weird that you have to walk the entire ship.
And there's two sets of restrooms that are right by Indulge.
On Prima.
On here. The ones I pointed out and the ones by the Photoshop are still there.
You said there's two right by Indulge.
There are none by the local.
There are none by Indulge. That's what I was.
There's one. There's an accessible stall.
Accessible, yeah. Why didn't you just use that?
Because it's out of service.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The one restroom that is there at the back of the ship is out of service.
Do not use.
But the weather feels beautiful. There's a lovely breeze coming through here. So that's one of the things that I loved about Prima, and I love it about here on Aqua, is this deck 8 wraparound deck called the Waterfront. It wraps around the entirety of the ship, which is absolutely wonderful. And so because of that, there's a lovely breeze coming in that's keeping me kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. We went back to the weather. I didn't know we were going back there.
My biggest surprise. My biggest surprise.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Squirrel. What's your biggest surprise?
Just how spacious Indulge felt. I was shocked how much better it felt than it felt with Prima. So ripping out that entire Starbucks,
it opened up a lot of space.
Huge amount of space. Sure. Reconfiguring the tables, moving the food trucks, adding in a whole bunch more seating. I mean, it definitely felt completely different. Now, so here's the difference, though. I just thought of this.
Okay.
When we sailed out of Galveston, it was 34 degrees, and everyone was inside.
That's valid.
Today, it's beautiful, and so all of the outdoor seating, people were at all of the outdoor seating ordering as well.
Yeah.
So had it been cold here and everyone was inside, would it have felt just as cramped?
I feel like it would have, because we still saw people waiting for tables to clear up.
We did, yeah. But I mean, with the removal of that, they removed Coco's altogether.
Yeah.
So that added more seating
so
space.
they pulled out the Just Desserts cart that's on Prima and moved it into Coco's position here on Aqua.
Yep. And so that was a surprise, or that was one of the question marks.
That was the question mark,
three question marks about this ship. One of them, the website said Coco's was here, but
we haven't found it yet.
We didn't think Coco, and it said it was an Indulge. And I was like, I don't think that's true because Prima had it. Viva removed it. It would have been odd for Aqua to bring it back.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
We have to get up to the observation lounge still. Yeah.
That's just
okay. Bye, No, I'm just kidding.
They didn't change anything in the observation lounge.
Outside that QR or the
That's
VR.
Inside. Yeah, the space inside the observation lounge. Yeah. I liked the way that the atrium looks. I know Mark is not a huge fan of it because the casino kind of comes out into deck 6.
Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say I wasn't a huge fan of it. I just thought it was odd. I thought it was odd that the casino was right there in the atrium.
I think with them moving all of the venues around, it helped to disperse and open up more space for seating, which it looks really good.
Here's my question.
Curious to see.
And I want to go there after this because I want to get it before there are people in it. But where's the VIP casino? I didn't see that.
It exists.
I thought it was supposed to be in the center.
It's
because it moved from behind the bar and it was supposed to be right in the center where that restaurant was. But I didn't see anywhere that indicated there was a VIP
I
restaurant.
haven't been down there, so I don't know.
Okay. We've got some exploring to do.
We've got a week ahead of us, which is good. Marcy is back from the doctor. All good. Good. Congratulations.
Glad to hear that, Marcy.
Wait, there was no, did we not get, we don't get these anymore, which is really sad. John, doesn't NCL open restaurant reservations months before the sailing? You would think so.
They do. It's a brand new ship. And so, like I said, it just hasn't been hard coded into their systems yet. And so as a result, no reservations were available. There was Sukhothai that was available before, and there was one other one. I think it was Cadnes,
probably.
But then once you get on the ship, there were none available in the app either. And so typically, yes. So for those of you who are sailing on any upcoming Norwegian ship, don't worry. I don't think you will run into the same issue.
Which reminds me, are we booked on all of our dinners for Joy?
I don't
think we are.
I don't think so. Mom and Dad, what do you want to do? Okay.
Yep.
Brandy's at work.
But
I love it.
She made it in for a quick hello.
I love it. Hi, Brandy. Good to see you.
We'll see Brandy in about 2 months. She's joining us on the Carnival Vista as we head to Celebration Key, the inaugural stop.
Hey, Vista? She's my sister. That's from a musical. Sorry. Okay, let's keep going.
Connie said we don't even consider this humid yet. Ooh, I definitely do.
You don't consider this humid yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what. Well, humid. We've experienced humid where you walk outside and you're just wet instantly. We have
New Orleans. We had that.
Did we?
We did.
When?
When we were sailing on the Liberty in September, we got off the ship and we spent a little extra time in town.
That's right.
And it was, we were
right. You had to change your shirt.
It was
disgusting. Yeah.
But we were also walking to find a place to drop our luggage. So that was part of the reason why we were so hot and gross. But yeah, that was.
Give it until July. Okay, noted.
Well, we will. We'll be back here
in July. Here. Only we'll be
again in August.
We'll be on a different ship. We'll be on the Vista.
We'll be on the Vista in July, and then in August we're boarding Star of the Seas, also out of Port Canaveral.
Yes, that's right.
This is the most Port Canaveral. I think up until this point, I have only sailed.
No dining is booked on Joy. We're gonna
work on that.
Yeah.
Up until this point, I have only been out of Port Canaveral once.
Okay.
And that was on Mardi Gras. Is that right?
Okay.
I think that's right.
There's a spider. Oh,
well, there's not a spider in now.
Oh, gosh. Are there more spiders? I mean, that's cool.
Can you tell what he doesn't like?
I do not. I'm definitely afraid.
Brandy wants to know more about the VIP casino.
Yes, it is.
High Roller Casino.
High Roller Casino. Yeah. What was the slot or the table game limit was $5,000 a hand. That was the limit, remember, on Prima? And we're like, well, we're not going to be playing too many hands in this casino.
And
no, it didn't start at 5,000. That was the top level. I don't remember what it started at.
Slots was like 100.
I don't remember. No, I think it was $5. I think
it $5?
Yeah. So high rollers. That's.
Yep. And I don't know if it's by invitation or if anyone can go in there.
Anyone can go in as long as they have the money to do it. As long as
you got the money to do it.
Yeah. So VIP.
Woo. VIP. Yeah. So Norwegian has the VIP casino, and then they do they have coffee and teas and little pastries available for you and all sorts of things.
Speaking of casinos, some cruise news this week that came out that we put out a video about. Margaritaville at Sea launched their new casino program. Yes. They match status from all the other lines, cruise lines as well as land-based.
Yep.
Go watch that video here if you haven't already.
Can't do that.
Oh, okay.
No.
Land-based and cruise ship casinos. Yeah. And they start giving free cruises out after you've played a couple of days. Like, I mean, it's they promise it to be the fastest casino program at sea that
most lucrative,
that you can start from the beginning and get to the top level the fastest.
Yeah.
And so it looks. I'm curious, Brandy. I mean, you're an expert in this space. I'd love to get your thoughts on the program and what you think. We've talked to Blake already about it, and he's pretty excited because the free cruises, you can gift those free cruises to friends.
Right.
I've never seen a perk like that in a casino loyalty program where you can earn free cruises and then just give them away.
It's amazing.
I mean, you can take them as well, but you can.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool if Brandy was just like, here's a cruise, Mark and Rocky? That would be nice. You don't have to, Brandy.
There's no expectations for that. Cruising is fun. Anytime is here. Hi there.
Hey, there's welcome aboard.
Connie said that she loves the port of Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral and probably New Orleans. I love New Orleans.
I love New Orleans. Oh. Sorry,
no, I did not. I moved it. I moved it to its new home, heaven.
Hi, Sandy C. How's it going? Good afternoon to you. Robert Bambrick. Hi, guys. Can't wait to see your Aqua reviews.
Hey, awesome. Thank you so much. We will have some time at home to put it together.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Along with our Virgin Resilient Lady review, along with our Paradise review, along with our Joy review.
Good news, we've got some time off coming up.
We do. We have a week. We'll be home for a week.
Cruises.
We'll be home for a week.
And then we'll be off for a month.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
I just skipped over. Oh, sorry, Cruising with Brandy. July will be on first time leaving from Port Canaveral. Expensive casino. Yikes.
Yeah, expensive casino.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not Aqua related, but I board World America on Friday and wonder if you noticed if shorts are good for dinner. I'm assuming that's what it means. At Paxos and Ola Tacos and Cantina. I am in Yacht Club, so I have pants for those dinners. Paxos. I don't think there was any enforcement. I don't remember.
I mean, I saw people in shorts on the patio of Paxos.
Yeah.
So they've got restaurant seating, they've got patio seating along the promenade, and then they've got an upstairs seating above the entire restaurant. We saw people in shorts along the promenade. I don't know. We didn't go into the restaurant during dinner time to see if people were wearing shorts inside, but. So yes, I can confirm And then the Mexican place,
Hola.
Hola. We wore shorts when we went to Hola.
Hola, you're fine. Hola's very
casual. Yeah, yeah. And we saw people in shorts on this cruise as well.
And cruise tip, if you're going to Hola, order from the bottomless menu.
Spend the extra $5. Spend the extra $5. $24.99 right now on World America, and it gets you unlimited tacos and enchiladas and empanadas. And
they have a whole menu that you can choose from. It's fantastic.
Get the queso cheeses. Those queso cheeses. We were going to do it on Aqua, and we just literally ran out of time. We just ran out of time.
It was sad. It was sad. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't sad. Anyway,
moving on. Yeah. FWB said, with all the people on here, why aren't there more likes on here? You guys are fun to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing. We appreciate that. Love that. Did you hear? I don't know if you picked up on it. Hello. Hey. Hello. Hey. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Well, thank you. You too. Say hi at some point, please. Thank you.
As you were saying.
So super cool. That is I'm blushing. That's still such a cool experience when someone says hello and that they watch the channel. So thank you. Yes, thank you. And thank you to everyone out there who watches.
Yes. Let's see here. Cruising with Brandy. I still need to watch that still, and will soon. I promise. I need to get maybe cruise with Margarita. Yeah. Let me help you out, Brandy. If you want to get on board, I can hook you up.
And Brandy, once you do watch the video and kind of see the program, let us know your thoughts. I'd love to pick your brain on a couple of things. Yeah. We called into, this is kind of funny. We called into Margaritaville's casino department to ask some questions before we put the video together. We knew more about the program than the person we spoke to in the casino department.
Always embarrassing.
Which is always a little embarrassing for the cruise line, unfortunately. It just launched. I mean, it hasn't even launched yet. It launches in July. They just announced it. But unfortunately, the casino department, the specialists in the casino department, they launched it to the public, but they didn't really
and the funny thing
tell their casino specialists about it.
All of the information that they sent out to the public doesn't mention a launch date.
Right. They just say our new casino program. And so the very first thing he says is, well, if you're booking people on cruises, no, it doesn't start until July. And we're like, nothing says that. The website doesn't say that. The email doesn't say that. He said, well, I didn't send out that email. I didn't choose to send that email out. And we're like, okay, there's a disconnect somewhere. Yeah. So I'm curious to pick your brain.
Yeah. Let us know.
Really, anyone that is a gambler out there, go out and watch that video. Let us know your thoughts. They promise that it's going to be the fastest way to get to highest tier. I'll be curious.
And it's groundbreaking and earth-shattering and everything else. Kathy Brown. Hi,
Industry
guys.
Leading.
Industry leading. That's the one. How do I find the best deals on cruises? I'm a fan of NCL and heard you can save on repositioning cruises. Can you explain?
Absolutely. Do you want me to take that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So repositioning cruises start in one port and they end in another port. So for example, you might start in the port of New York as you're starting for the cruise, and you might end in Port Canaveral.
Sure.
As the cruise lines move ships around, they want to make sure they want to maximize the revenue or maximize the number of passengers. So when they move a ship, they'll sell a repositioning cruise. So that's what a repositioning cruise is for those who are curious about that.
And the reason that the price is usually lower is because you start in one port. So you can't really leave a vehicle at port. It requires a little bit more logistics from a passenger perspective.
So a lot of people will drive to the cruise port and park.
Right.
On a repositioning cruise, you can't. So you lose that entire clientele that normally drives to the cruise port and parks. And there are, this is a very common port that people drive to. There are parking structures and park and rides all over here in Canaveral.
Right.
Well, if a ship is sailing from here and it's ending in New York and it's not coming back because it's now sailing out of New York, well, those people have to figure out a way to get to the port. And they've got to book a flight to get home and figure out a way to get from the airport home. And so it ends up being a bit more logistics, and cruise line ends up selling the cruise ship a little bit cheaper as a result.
Right.
And this is especially true when a ship is coming out of dry dock, not so much in an inaugural. Yeah. So if a ship is over in Barcelona, when I did Singapore, when I did the Singapore.
Oh, Singapore.
When Panorama was when she finished dry dock. Hey there. When Panorama finished dry dock and she came over, we had to fly to Singapore to pick her up.
Right.
As a result, the cruise line discounted that repositioning from Singapore back to LA.
Yeah.
They discounted that fare, and I got a great deal. So anytime that a cruise line is doing that, The other thing to watch for is NCL does Latitudes members reward sailings where you can get double points on the booking. So usually what that means is the cruise is not full, and so they want to try to incent people to book that cruise.
Yep.
So they reduce the price and they increase the number of points that you earn for that sailing in their Latitudes loyalty club. So those are 2 tips and tricks that we like to give.
2 more for Norwegian.
Yeah.
One of them would be
one of my all-time favorites. Are you going to tell my favorite, or are you going to tell them what
it.
they sell on board?
Well, it's your favorite
it's
one.
It's my favorite.
Cruise First certificates are available online. You just go to ncl.com and you can go to a spot where you can purchase your Cruise First certificates. Usually those are priced out at $150, and Norwegian will match it $50 or 50. They'll match it dollar for dollar. Let me rephrase that.
I have never once in my life purchased one at $150.
Nope. So what we do is we wait for the Better Sail promotion where they do $250 and they double that up. So you're spending $250 for a Cruise First certificate, which applies to your deposit of the cruise, and the Norwegian matches it for another $250. So if you look at the top line of what you're spending on your cruise, remove $250, and that's your new fare.
It's fantastic. The last time I think I just bought 4 of them.
Yeah, something like that.
3 or 4 of them.
Yep.
Your parents bought them.
Yep.
Like, we tell anyone that's sailing Norwegian, that $250 for $250 free, it's a no-brainer. And that, like you said, take that off the top of your cruise. And then Cruise Next. When you're on board, you can book a Cruise Next. It's essentially the same financial value, but you get it back in onboard credit on the current cruise you're on.
Right.
We don't need hundreds of dollars of onboard credit on our current cruise. We just don't. Like, we've got more at sea, we've got specialty dining, we've got the drinks package, we just don't need hundreds and hundreds of dollars of onboard credit. And so Cruise First, it's confusing.
Yeah.
Cruise First, where you buy it ahead of your cruise and apply it to the next cruise, that makes way more sense than the onboard Cruise Next, where you buy it and you apply it.
Yes. And my last line of defense for Norwegian.
This is a long talk about
this is the most important.
Okay.
So you don't have to sit there and hit refresh on your screen to find out when they're doing the Cruise Next or Cruise First double up at $250 versus $150. You don't have to keep refreshing your screen to find the best transatlantic or repositioning cruise. The best option for you to find the best pricing on Norwegian Cruise Lines is to link up with a travel advisor, and I am one of those. Just hit me up. Go to rocky@thiscruiselife.com or thiscruiselife.com/travel. You'll find out all the services that I have available. But Norwegian is, of course, one of the cruise lines that I specialize in. So I can help you with getting those deals, making sure that we're moving and shifting the timing of when we're purchasing those Cruise First certificates and when we're booking a cruise, placing them on hold, et cetera, to make sure that we're maximizing your dollars. So please hit me up. Let me help you out. I have a pretty good eye for what's going on in the cruise industry, and
a little bit. You've done a couple of these.
And you don't have to stress about it. That's the best part. I will make sure that you're in a great cabin location where it's not going to be loud, etc.
If I book through you and the price goes down, how does that work?
We can make an adjustment. It's pretty easy. I sit on hold for you and I fight for your dollar.
That is nice. That is actually nice. The number of times I say, Rocky, I need you to fix this. It's great.
It's a lot. But yeah, so that is Kathy Brown. Thank you so much for the question. That was a fantastic question. Hopefully we can help you out, and hopefully that gave you some answers that you were looking for.
Absolutely.
Blake, I love that I was able to help you break the Amaz casino program news while you were on the ship.
Well, I mean, kind of while we were on the ship, because we went and asked the question while we were on the ship, and they also didn't know about the new program. So kind of while we were on the ship, but mostly after.
We had a good conversation with Blake, actually,
we did.
Over those 2 days when we were home.
Yes. So Blake is going to sign up in July when the program launches, or actually you can sign up now. And when we are on the group cruise in September, Blake is going to get to platinum in 1 day. I think that's his goal, is to get to platinum in 1 day. We'll see.
We'll see. John wants to know what type of cabin we booked this time.
We booked an interior.
We did, absolutely.
It's our favorite. We loved it on Prima. It was a huge space, huge interior, and so booked not the same cabin, right?
No.
We're a little bit further away.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we're in an interior, plenty of space. I'm super excited. We haven't even been there yet. They just, as you may have heard when we were dialing in, they just opened up the cabin. So we're going to go do that once we say farewell to you in about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, seems fair.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, Cruising with Keith. Welcome in.
Hey,
thanks for being here. Book online or travel agent. Travel agent all the way.
Oh, yeah. Travel agent all the way.
What I didn't mention is I can also work with your Latitudes rewards numbers. If you're sailing with a different cruise line, Carnival, you get BIFP, Crown and Anchor Society, all of them. I can pull in that information and use it so that you can continue to accrue your points and work towards your next level.
Now, I mean, the reality is you can book online. Anyone can book online. You know that. It's super easy to book online. The nice thing about going through an agent, especially an agent that specializes in cruises like us, we can tell you where to book, where not to book, the types of rooms that are available. I mean, we've likely been on the ship or been in that room or toured that room. Yeah, exactly. And so that's one of the huge perks. And two, we can kind of give you the lowdown on the ships. I mean, that's the other beauty.
Manage your expectations when you're getting ready to set sail.
And my all-time favorite reason why I love now booking through a travel agent, and I'll never do it any other way. I hate waiting on hold with the cruise line if I need something fixed or if something goes wrong or if I have to adjust the price. I don't have to wait on the line anymore. I just say, Rocky, I text Rocky or I see him and I was like, can you fix this? And then he.
And the beautiful thing is when I make the calls, usually it's a dedicated team helping travel agents only. So my wait time is a fraction of what your wait time is as well.
Don't tell them that.
Well, that's
you're a martyr. You wait. He waits on hold.
Well, that's the perk of using me. No, that's the perk of using me is I get answers faster.
That's true. That's true.
So anyway, I put my information back on the screen so that you can find it if you didn't jot it down earlier.
Right.
Again, we are talking Norwegian.
This. Can you pull up that last one? That one is
Thank you,
sweet.
Connie. I make booking easy, love sailing MAS, but hate calling them, and I do that for you. Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
Yep, I get to deal with the fun agents that work at the cruise lines, and it's always fun when I know more than the agents do.
And that's that's not just Margarita.
No. That's multiple.
That's them all. And maybe we should go into corporate training.
No.
Oh, that's what I did. That's right. Okay. Okay. What else?
Was
there any other cruise news that we wanted to mention? I don't think so. Costa. The Costa Fortuna.
Costa Fortuna.
So Costa Fortuna is leaving the Costa fleet. So Costa has shed
like seven
ships now over the past.
Venezia, Luminosa, Firenze, Magica, Atlantica, Fortuna,
Classica.
That was shed like years ago.
Oh, okay. So at least seven ships that Costa has offloaded from their fleet. They just announced Fortuna will be leaving the fleet. The buyer has yet to be announced, however. And so she will leave September of 2026. So we are waiting to find out who the buyer is. Now, you may remember the most recent purchaser of a Costa ship was the Costa Atlantica, which was sold to a cruise line called Margaritaville at Sea. And was refitted and created as the Islander. And so while we don't have any inside scoop, we are curiously watching to see where both Magica and Fortuna go.
That's right.
So fun fact, Magica and Fortuna for Costa at the time were the largest ships in the entire Costa fleet. They were called the Fortuna class, but they're actually built off of the Carnival Destiny class. Yes. So anyway, and the Destiny is no longer a thing. The Destiny went away, the Sunshine, the Sunrise, the Sunset, the Radiance, all of those. That is now the Carnival Sunshine class.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
The more nerds. We're nerds.
The more you know.
Yeah. Nerds.
I did put on the screen, if you didn't know it, we have a newsletter that we put out. The newsletter comes out. We try to do it once a month, usually towards the earlier part of the month. We promise not to spam your inbox.
Sure.
We only send out information of what's going on in this cruise life of ours.
Sure. It is absolutely true. So if you haven't signed up, please do that. There's also a Facebook community.
Yeah.
So if you go out to Facebook/This Cruise Life, I don't know if we never really talk about Facebook.
We don't.
But we post news articles there. We post pictures. We post up there. And of course, there's Instagram and all of those other places. The TikTok. Pinterest. I still don't know what Pinterest is, but that's fine. So all of the places.
Yeah.
Brandy's going back to work. Brandy, thank you for jumping in. And as you're watching this in simulcast or repeat, thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Brandy, if you are looking to join our group cruise, please message me ASAP, and I will do what I can to take care of you.
Okay.
We have closed the bookings, but I can
for anyone on here,
I can still make some phone calls and pull some strings. I know people.
Absolutely.
We would love for you to join if you are considering joining our group cruise. Again, group cruise September 7th on Margaritaville at Sea Islander. It's a 7-night itinerary.
Yep.
Leaving out of Tampa, going to Cozumel and Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Okay,
it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be
amazing.
Fun.
I'm excited.
Tom is going to be there. Tom, hey, Rocky, Mark, busy weekend. Never too busy for this cruise life. What ports on this cruise? Oh, great question.
I'm going to let Rocky take this one.
Always. So tomorrow we have a sea day. The day after tomorrow, we will be in the beautiful port of Dominican Republic, Puerto Plata, and we will be docked right next to Embassy World America. 2 brand new ships docked next to each other. Will be kind of fun to see. Right after that, we head on down to St. Thomas. Excited for that visit. Haven't been there in a hot second.
It has been a minute.
Yep.
Was the last time we were there with Brandy? No, we've been there since.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, we will be heading to Tortola, one of our favorite ports as well.
Yes,
Tortola's going to be great.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Once we leave Tortola, we have a sea day before we head back up to Great Stirrup Cay, which is Norwegian's private island. We will be at that port by ourselves. Excited to go back there since we've been to Harvest Cay several times recently, and looking forward to our second visit to Great Stirrup.
Yep.
And then the very next day, we'll be back here in Port Canaveral, Port Orlando.
Yes.
It's great. It's going to be a fun cruise. It's a 7-night adventure.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to explore the ship. Tino Bay, we said we've always wanted to float in that lazy river that's right in the port. Let's do it. You know, we could also do the rum distillery. We didn't. Oh no, because we're there super early. We're there from 7 to 1, right?
No, that's Tortola.
Oh, I want to be in Tortola longer. Okay,
sorry.
Okay,
we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll talk to the captain and see if he can rearrange the schedule for us.
Oh my gosh.
Cruising on the high seas and travel. Hello. Hope all is well with everyone. Thanks for being here. Good to see you.
Everyone is well. Everything is well here, I will say.
I would agree.
Super happy.
Yes.
We do have 9 minutes left, so I do just want to put that out there.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey y'all from Hats on a Mission.
I love that. Hats on a Mission.
Hats on a Mission.
That's cool.
I'm curious. We'll have to learn more.
Yes. Because we just got some really big hats.
Some cool hats.
I don't know if you saw any of the shorts on Margaritaville at Sea, but we got some giant. So the gift shop, they sell these giant sun beam hats, right? Sun hats. There we go. And they were. I did not want to wear them. Rocky made me wear them, and I will tell you, we got more compliments on those dang hats than anything else.
They are definitely going with us on our group cruise.
I heard Bing Bong from Disney. Or Carnival.
That was Disney. Yeah, I think it was Carnival. Disney, I think, has a more Disney-esque.
I love sitting in here. I mean, we are surrounded by ships. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm just going to turn this. Oh, yeah. Could you?
Yeah.
Too slow.
I know.
Oh.
There we go.
Look at there.
So right here we have Adventure of the Seas.
There are people watching.
Sorry, people. We have the Carnival Freedom and the Disney Treasure. And as we come back inside to where we're located, we are sitting in the patio area of Los Lobos, which is the Mexican spot on board. We love the colors and the design of this space. It's so cool. It's so unique.
It is super cool.
We saw this on the Norwegian Prima and are glad to see that it made its way onto the Aqua as well.
Love it. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Hats on a Mission is another channel from Cruisin' is Fun Anytime from Jeremy. Oh, amazing guy too. Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. I love this. I love this community. I love this community. You are part of the thing. And drum still here?
We're frozen.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know. Well, Connie is. She's just on a ride. She's on a little road trip.
Okay, so Connie, we're still have a ways to go to that 25 and 25 goal of yours. So just FYI.
Oh, watch out, everyone.
Oh, great question.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your
Who's director?
please?
No.
This is your cruise director, Majana, speaking from the bridge.
Madonna?
I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you aboard all new Norwegian Aqua.
Woo!
We will now continue to provide you very important safety information.
Yes. So we should say farewell.
Request your undivided attention.
We've got to go pay attention to safety. Safety is important.
Is held in accordance with maritime law.
Adventure of the Seas is Royal Caribbean.
That all guests participate.
Y'all,
we would like to stress that
it's been fun. We love you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we are going to go safety drill and everything else. So thank you for being part of today's Sail Talk Saturday. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you soon.
Okay. Have a great weekend, everyone. We're going to go learn about the safety of Norwegian Aqua. We'll see you next Saturday.
Yeah.